Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So one thing that will happen on this journey is you will feel and see energetically anything before you actually see it with the 3D eyes and in the physical form. This happens with each pair of twin flames, and at this point, when the divine feminine feels it, and let's talk about how you may feel it. You may feel it energetically, just that pull, that massive pull, that oscillation. And remember, I've shown you before the oscillations. The oscillations, when you feel your divine counterpart vibrate through you, a little bit like the tincture bells. So you will feel that energetic pulse. It will feel, and remember, once soul recognition has happened, you're continuously on this feed, this energetic feed. So you will feel their energy, you will feel their emotions. And so that initial hit of the tincture bells, and then listen, it's still ringing now. It vibrates out, it oscillates up. And so that initial instant hit, now once that hit hits you, it will feel raw, it will feel deep, the emotions will rise. You will need at that point, divine feminine, to regulate your nervous system. One thing that is not often talked about on this journey is about how the divine feminine, your nervous system throughout probably your whole life has felt very erratic. Remember, the divine feminine is highly empathic. You feel the world, you sense the world, you feel other people's emotions in way bigger energy. And so your nervous system is very, very responsive. It puts you in a very heightened state often. And so you are also learning how to regulate your systems, your whole systems within your whole vibration. So when that oscillation happens, it's about going, okay, I bring it back into my heart chakra, I bring it back into my energy. I'm not going to seek that validation outside of myself. I'm not going to do those old repetitive patterns that just cause me to loop and cause me to stay in pain. I'm going to bring it back. I am going to start to alchemize, because you are now no longer just reading that amazing book, The Alchemist. You are now becoming the alchemist, and you are now alchemizing those emotions. So instead of you reacting to the emotions, you are able to dissipate out that lower frequency and come into that more sovereign, sacred energy that the divine feminine must hold. And this will help you shift into that inner union. So how else will you feel divine masculine? You will feel their energy, you will feel their emotions. It will feel in those oscillations. You will also see those signs, those synchronicities. That might be certain numbers. People have been asking about that 1001 number. If you look at the 1001 number, it is just a reflection. It is the same number, but it reflects back, but it reflects both the differences, but the same. And that is what this journey is doing. Your divine counterpart shines a light on where you need to raise in frequency and energy. And as you raise in frequency and energy, you shine a light that they have to level up. They have no other way to go. And so through the journey, you will see those number synchronicities. You will have certain songs that will constantly play, that will show you, or will come in and out throughout your journey, should I say, that are constantly guiding you on your journey. They're guiding you always back to self. But the divine masculine often shows through those number sequences, through that music, those certain songs, through certain words. It is always guiding you. Also, animal spirits are amazing on this journey. That swan energy, that stag energy, the peacocking energy. When we feel that peacocking energy, the peacock feathers behind me, what does the masculine peacock do? He puts out the tail, he peacocks the energy, and you will feel it. Now, you will want to react. And how will you want to react? Well, the mind and ego will just tell you that I'm just checking in. I'm just making sure they're okay. I'm just feeling that connection. But really what it is doing, it is coming in not in a soul vibration. It is often coming in a more addictive energy. Remember, the fear-based energy gets triggered for both of you. When we talk about on this journey that bring the energy back to you, release the divine masculine, it often feels like, oh, so they're telling me just to leave the divine masculine. They're telling me to block the divine masculine. You're not blocking to get rid of them. You're blocking because of the energy, the fear-based energy. What you're trying to do on this journey, or what you will do on this journey, shall I correct it, is release that fear-based energy. Now, not just with divine masculine, with everything in your world. This journey is a journey of sovereignty. This journey is you raising into that beautiful divine feminine, that sacred energy, that frequency that is self-mastering. You will regulate your emotions. You will come into a higher frequency. You will not be reactive to your emotions. Yes, you will know. We're not going to spiritually bypass on this journey. Your emotions are there, but they're guiding you deeper. When those emotions trigger, instead of putting them in a box and putting it on a shelf and trying not to look at it, no, you are going to delve into those emotions, but you are going to know that you are not those emotions. You are a three-part being. You have the mind, and the mind will always trigger those emotions. You have a body, but the body dissipates once you die, and so does the mind and ego for a lot of it. But the only thing that you truly are is soul. And the soul always works in singularity. The soul is always in the here and now. It doesn't see things as good or bad. Good and bad comes into the mind and ego. And this journey is beyond that. But you're still having a human experience, so you will feel those triggers. But instead of reacting to them, instead of spiraling out of control, you're going to observe them. You're going to watch the mind. You're going to observe the mind and go, okay, where is this taking me deeper? Where is this showing me? What is this showing me? Is this showing me that I am abandoning myself? Is this showing me that I'm in lack and fear? How can I move through that? How can I stop abandoning myself? How can I transmute that fear into love for self? Because as you shift, the divine masculine will automatically shift. This journey, it has three main pillars, really. It's about detoxing from that low, crazy, addictive, toxic energy. It's about surrendering to the journey and surrendering into the higher self, into the soul self. And it is learning how to balance the energy and frequency. So when divine masculine comes in, and you will always feel it energetically before you feel it in the 3D. And instead of reacting to the energy, you're going to surrender back in, you're going to balance them back in on a soul vibration. We are just about to start 30-day detox, balance, surrender, all in Awaken to Consciousness, all in my Twin Flame course. If you're ready to really shift on this journey and you want the truth of the journey, come along and join. It's on my website, which is 3Ws catsacredsoul.com. It is there to help and support you so you shift. The next